See, as much as you want to hold on to the bitter sore memory that someone has left this world, you are still in it. Never let your sense of morals prevent you from doing what is right. Take advantage of it now, while you are young, and suffer all you can, because these things don't last your whole life. Success involves going to where others believe is too far. It's no use going back to yesterday because I was a different person then. Sharing tales of those we've lost is how we keep from really losing them. Sometimes problems don't require a solution to solve them. Instead, they require maturity to outgrow them. If you haven't the strength to impose your own terms upon life, then you must accept the terms it offers you. To be haunted is to glimpse a truth that might best be hidden. A preoccupation with the next world clearly shows an inability to cope credibly with this one. Never feel shame for trying and failing, for he who has never failed is he who has never tried. Faith is a knowledge within the heart, beyond the reach of proof. Writing blooms flowers for mind, which last forever. After you find out all the things that can go wrong, your life becomes less about living and more about waiting. Feel free to argue with the man with a gun. Only make sure there are no bullets in it. Don't be afraid of death, be afraid of the unlived life. Regret is mostly caused by not having done anything. All paths are present, always, and we can but choose among them. I saw the world from the stars' point of view, and it looked unbearably lonely. Don't be too timid and squeamish about your actions. All life is an experiment. The more experiments you make, the better. I am the shore and the ocean, awaiting myself on both sides. We live for our time, we do the deeds that change our world today. We are the people of the present, and now is what we say. Sometimes the only way to succeed is to fail backwards. Like gravity, karma is so basic we often don't even notice it. There are no classes in life for beginners. Right away, you are always asked to deal with what is most difficult. Life is what happens to us while we are making other plans. If your absence doesn't bother them, then your presence never mattered to them in the first place. For it is scars that show us where we've been. Let them not dictate where we are going. It is the road you take that decides your destiny, and not your destiny that decides the road you take. Man starts over again every day, in spite of all he knows, against all he knows. If you fuel your journey on the opinions of others, you are going to run out of gas. There is no moment more precious than the exact moment you are living now. My feelings are too loud for words and too shy for the world. Sometimes being happy takes effort. Invest time and energy in yourself and your happiness. The truth, Dumbledore's side. It is a beautiful and terrible thing, and should therefore be treated with great caution. I have never seen or heard of such a fish, but I must kill him. I am glad we do not have to try to kill the stars. Learn as if you will live forever. Live like you will die tomorrow. My feet are shaking, but I'll do whatever it takes to take a step forward. Disappointment came to me, and booted me, and bruised and hurt me, but that's how people grow up. Your sacred space is where you can find yourself over and over again. If you're reading this, congratulations, you're alive. If that's not something to smile about, then I don't know what is. Humanity must forgive humanity, for only then can we be humane. Travel light, live light, spread the light, be the light. Amateurs sit and wait for inspiration. The rest of us just get up and go to work. You'd challenge me and lose. You know it, I know it, but you'd still do it. Sometimes your sense of honor confuses the hell out of me. The wide-awake man seizes opportunities or makes them, and thus those who are widest awake usually come to the front. There's no point in wishing. We can't change anything about the past. We can only remember. we can only move forward. It takes courage to grow up and become who you really are. It can take years to mold a dream. It takes only a fraction of a second for it to be shattered. Prediction is very difficult, especially about the future. I was a veritable Johnny Appleseed of grand expectations, and all I reaped for my trouble was a harvest of bitter fruit. Yet he who reigns within himself and rules passions, desires, and fears is more a king. The truth is, going against the internal stream of ignorance is way more rebellious than trying to start some sort of cultural revolution. When you want something, the entire universe conspires to help you achieve it. When the going gets tough, put one foot in front of the other and just keep going. Don't give up. And in the end, it's not the years in your life that count. It is the life in your years. Give a bowl of rice to a man, and you will feed him for a day. Teach him how to grow his own rice, and you will save his life. I don't know what's worse, to not know what you are and be happy, or to become what you've always wanted to be and feel alone. Those who wish to market their good deeds must do well to place their bad deeds on the shelf too. Keep creating. The world yearns to celebrate your next masterpiece. The world is already full of critics. To stand out, be an encourager. When you give your mind, body, and heart the message that you are worth the effort of being conscious, miraculous things start to happen. Become braver, stronger, wiser, kinder, and you will become better. You don't have to be great to get started, but you have to get started to be great. We live in a dark and romantic and quite tragic world. When you know what you want, and you want it bad enough, you'll find a way to get it. If you're going to kick authority in the teeth, you might as well use 2 feet. Do not wait for life. Do not long for it. Be aware, always and at every moment, that the miracle is in the here and now. I am old enough to know only too well my good and bad qualities, which were often one and the same. Your worth consists in what you are and not in what you have. Everybody stay positive no matter how negative life gets. Trees that are slow to grow bear the best fruit. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. Never stop. Never stop fighting. Never stop dreaming. Your heart is a powerful force. Use it consciously. When you walk in distinction, even the photocopying machine can't replicate your unique quality. You can measure the size of a person by what makes him or her angry. There is but one true philosophical problem, and that is suicide. Someone needs to fight. Someone needs to sacrifice. Someone needs to inspire. Someone needs to be a hero. The language of friendship is not words, but meanings. A kind gesture can reach a wound that only compassion can heal. You're thinking about something, and it makes you forget to talk. It is error alone which needs the support of government. Truth can stand by itself. So you never know who you touch. You never know how or when you'll have an impact, or how important your example can be to someone else. Most of what matters in our lives takes place in our absence. I believe that just because something didn't go the way you planned it once, it's no reason not to try again. You are what you believe in. You become that which you believe you can become. So long as you fight the darkness, you stand in the light. We have to dare to be ourselves, however frightening or strange that self may prove to be. Ethical veganism represents a commitment to nonviolence. The deepest wounds aren't the ones we get from other people hurting us. They are the wounds we give ourselves when we hurt other people. As long as your ideas of what's possible are limited by what's actual, no other idea has a chance. Dreams are what keep us growing. They are what keep us alive. To give up is to let our dreams die. Power is not revealed by striking hard or often, but by striking true. Don't step backward toward nothing. Step forward towards something. Better awkward steps forward than coward steps backward. Go out in the woods. Go out. If you don't go out in the woods, nothing will ever happen, and your life will never begin. You don't chase darkness out of the room with a knife or a broom. Instead, you turn on the light. Life's under no obligation to give us what we expect. Change your life today. Don't gamble on the future. Act now, without delay. Don't only practice your art, but force your way into its secrets, for it and knowledge can raise men to the divine.